Hello and welcome to Smart Sugar Life. If you're watching this, chances are you or someone you love is dealing with high blood sugar or type 2 diabetes, and you're probably looking for natural, safe, and science-backed ways to manage it. Well, you're in the right place, because today we're diving into 4 of the most powerful vegetables that can actually help lower blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce your risk of long-term complications, all without any pills or gimmicks. Stick with me until the end of this video because what you're about to learn could truly change the way you look at food. And if you're serious about reversing insulin resistance and taking control of your health, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Smart Sugar Life. That way, you'll always stay one step ahead with our latest health tips. Let's get into it with our first super vegetable, broccoli. Now I know, broccoli isn't exactly everyone's favorite. Some people love it, others avoid it like the plague. But when it comes to blood sugar control, few vegetables can match what broccoli brings to the table. So what makes broccoli so special? First of all, it's incredibly low in carbohydrates and high in fiber, a combination that helps slow digestion and prevent sugar spikes after meals. Just 1 cup of cooked broccoli gives you about 5 grams of fiber and almost no net carbs. That's already a win. But there's more. Broccoli contains a powerful compound called sulforaphane. This isn't just a buzzword. It's a plant-based chemical that has been studied for its ability to lower blood sugar, fight inflammation, and protect the blood vessels. One study even showed that sulforaphane improved fasting glucose levels in people with type 2 diabetes. That's impressive. And here's where things get really interesting. The way you cook your broccoli can actually increase or decrease its benefits. Most people make the mistake of boiling it for too long, which destroys the sulforaphane. Instead, lightly steaming it for 3 to 4 minutes preserves most of the nutrients. Better yet, try it raw in a salad with lemon juice and olive oil. Simple and effective. But let's be honest, eating plain broccoli can get boring. So if you want to make it delicious without ruining the health benefits, try roasting it with garlic, turmeric, and black pepper. These spices not only add flavor, but also bring anti-inflammatory properties of their own. And remember, the key is to avoid drenching your broccoli in cheese sauces or frying it in unhealthy oils. That defeats the purpose. So, should you eat broccoli every day? If your goal is to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce the risk of diabetic complications, the answer is yes. 1 cup a day is a great start, especially if you're eating it alongside protein and healthy fats. All right, let's move on to vegetable number 2, leafy greens. Now this category is huge. We're talking about spinach, kale, collard greens, mustard greens, arugula, romaine lettuce, and more. These aren't just salad fillers. Leafy greens are some of the most nutrient-dense, low-carb foods on the planet, and they offer unique benefits for people with diabetes. Let's start with the basics. Leafy greens are low in calories, very low in carbohydrates, and high in fiber. They have an extremely low glycemic index, which means they don't raise your blood sugar at all. You could eat a giant bowl of spinach and stay in perfect glucose balance. But what makes them truly powerful are the nutrients they provide. They're rich in magnesium, which is critical for blood sugar control and is often deficient in people with type 2 diabetes. They also contain potassium, which supports heart health, and vitamin K, which improves blood vessel function. Some leafy greens like kale and collards also have plant compounds called nitrates that may improve blood flow and reduce blood pressure. That's a double win for diabetics, who often struggle with both insulin resistance and cardiovascular issues. Another big plus? Leafy greens are rich in antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect your eyes, a major concern for diabetics who are at risk for retinopathy and vision loss. So how should you eat your greens? The best way is to mix them up throughout the week. Raw in salads, sautéed with garlic, added to smoothies, or lightly steamed. The goal is to keep them as close to natural as possible. Avoid canned greens packed in sodium or cooked in fatty meats and sugary sauces. Here's one mistake to avoid: relying on iceberg lettuce as your main green. While it has some fiber, it's mostly water and doesn't provide the same nutritional value as darker greens like spinach, arugula, or kale. How much should you eat? Ideally, 1 to 2 cups of raw leafy greens or half a cup of cooked greens with every meal. You can even add them to your breakfast. Think eggs with spinach or a green smoothie with kale and cucumber. All right, we've covered broccoli and leafy greens, but we still have 2 more vegetables to go that are just as powerful. And I promise, the third one might surprise you. Let's take a breath here. If you're enjoying the video so far, it would mean a lot if you hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow and reach more people living with diabetes. Plus, we post weekly videos with tips, recipes, and research-backed strategies to help you take control of your blood sugar naturally. Next up, number 3, sweet potatoes. Now, I know this one might sound controversial. Aren't sweet potatoes still loaded with carbs? Should people with diabetes really be eating something sweet? Let's clear up the confusion once and for all. Sweet potatoes are not your average potato. Yes, they do contain natural sugars and carbohydrates, but they also have something white potatoes don't: a lower glycemic index, more fiber, and powerful antioxidants that help your body handle sugar more efficiently. Here's the key difference. The glycemic index of sweet potatoes depends on how you cook them. When boiled, sweet potatoes have a GI of about 44, which is considered low. But when you bake or roast them, the GI can jump up to 80 or more, meaning it will cause a much faster spike in your blood sugar. So yes, sweet potatoes can be diabetes-friendly, but only if you cook them the right way. The best way? Boiled, with the skin on. That's where most of the fiber and nutrients are. You can also mash them, mix them with cinnamon, or toss them into soups and stews. Just avoid frying them or turning them into sweet potato fries. Those are blood sugar bombs. Now let's talk about why sweet potatoes are helpful. First, they're rich in fiber. A medium-sized boiled sweet potato has around 4 grams of fiber, which slows down sugar absorption and keeps you feeling full longer. That's important for weight management and insulin sensitivity. Second, they're packed with beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A. This vitamin helps protect your eyes, crucial for anyone concerned about diabetic retinopathy. Third, sweet potatoes contain magnesium and potassium, which support muscle function, lower blood pressure, and reduce the risk of heart disease. A major concern for people with diabetes. But what about portion size? That's the key to getting the benefits without the drawbacks. The ideal serving is about half a cup of cooked sweet potato, which is around 100 grams. That gives you all the nutritional benefits without too many carbs. And here's something else to consider. Avoid processed sweet potato products. That means chips, sugary casseroles, frozen meals with glazes. All of these are loaded with added sugars, refined oils, and preservatives. They completely cancel out the natural benefits of the vegetable. So, the next time you crave something sweet, think about boiling a sweet potato and adding a pinch of cinnamon. It's simple, satisfying, and blood sugar friendly. Now let's move on to our fourth and final vegetable, Brussels sprouts. I know. Brussels sprouts have a bad reputation, but trust me, they deserve a second chance, especially if you're managing diabetes. These little green veggies are absolutely packed with fiber, antioxidants, and compounds that help regulate blood sugar and reduce inflammation. Let me explain. A single cup of cooked Brussels sprouts has about 8 grams of carbs, with almost half of that being fiber. That's an excellent carb-to-fiber ratio, which means they'll have minimal impact on your blood sugar levels. But here's what makes them truly unique. Alpha-lipoic acid, a natural compound found in Brussels sprouts that's been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and help the body use glucose more effectively. That's huge for anyone dealing with insulin resistance. On top of that, Brussels sprouts are rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, and folate. These nutrients help reduce oxidative stress, support immune function, and improve circulation, all important for long-term diabetes management. Plus, they're great for heart health. Studies show that cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts can lower cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and protect the arteries, which is crucial since heart disease is the #1 cause of death in people with diabetes. Now, let's talk about how to eat them. The worst thing you can do is boil them until they're mushy and bitter. That destroys both the flavor and the nutrients. Instead, Try roasting them in the oven with a little olive oil and garlic. Or steam them lightly and top with a drizzle of lemon juice or balsamic vinegar. You can even slice them thin and eat them raw in a slaw or salad. What about serving size? Stick with about 1 cup of cooked Brussels sprouts, which is roughly 5 to 6 ounces. That's enough to give you all the benefits without overdoing it on fiber. And just like with sweet potatoes, be cautious with processed versions. Brussels sprouts that come pre-seasoned, frozen in sauce, or deep-fried in restaurants often contain extra sodium, sugars, and oils that completely undo their health value. All right, so now you know. Broccoli, leafy greens, sweet potatoes, and Brussels sprouts, 4 powerhouse vegetables that can truly help support blood sugar control, improve insulin sensitivity, and protect your health. But we're not done yet. In the final part of this video, I'll show you how to combine these vegetables into meals that are both delicious and effective for managing diabetes. I'll also share a few expert tips on how to build the perfect blood sugar-friendly plate. So stay with me. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the best way to support our work and help us bring more smart sugar tips to people like you. So now that you know the top 4 vegetables that help lower blood sugar, broccoli, leafy greens, sweet potatoes, and Brussels sprouts, the real question is, how do you actually use them in your daily meals? Let's go over some smart and easy ways to include these vegetables in your diet without overcomplicating your routine. First up, the power plate. Think of your plate divided into 3 sections. Half of it should be filled with non-starchy, low-carb vegetables like broccoli, spinach, kale, or Brussels sprouts. 1/4 can include healthy carbs like a boiled sweet potato or other whole grains like quinoa or lentils. The last 1/4 should include lean protein such as grilled chicken, salmon, eggs, or tofu. By building your plate this way, you're creating balance, something your blood sugar will thank you for. Next tip, rotate your greens. Don't eat the same vegetables every day. Each vegetable offers different nutrients. For example, kale is rich in calcium, while spinach offers more iron. Mixing it up gives your body a variety of vitamins and keeps meals more exciting. You can steam leafy greens and drizzle them with olive oil and lemon, stir-fry Brussels sprouts with garlic and onions, or blend raw spinach into a smoothie with unsweetened almond milk and chia seeds. If you're short on time, frozen vegetables are your best friend. Just make sure they're unsalted and free of added sauces. And here's something a lot of people forget. Seasoning matters. Adding turmeric, cinnamon, garlic, or vinegar not only boosts the flavor, but also offers anti-inflammatory and blood sugar-lowering benefits. So don't be afraid to spice things up. Another great way to boost your meals is to combine fiber and healthy fats. For example, add a tablespoon of olive oil or some avocado to your steamed greens. This slows digestion and helps you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Now let's talk about one of the most important parts of managing diabetes, consistency. It's not about eating broccoli once and expecting your blood sugar to drop overnight. It's about making these vegetables a regular part of your lifestyle. Try including at least one of these vegetables in every lunch and dinner. It might feel like a small change, but over time, those small changes add up to big results. And if you're struggling to stay consistent, here's a tip. Meal prep on Sundays. Chop up your veggies, cook your sweet potatoes in batches, and portion out leafy greens for salads. When everything's ready to go, you're far more likely to stick to your plan. Now, before we close out this video, let's recap quickly. Broccoli, low glycemic index, full of fiber and sulforaphane, excellent for insulin resistance and inflammation. Leafy greens, practically no carbs, rich in antioxidants, magnesium, and potassium. Sweet potatoes, high in beta-carotene, fiber, and essential nutrients. Safe when boiled and eaten in moderation. Brussels sprouts contain alpha-lipoic acid, help reduce blood sugar, improve heart health, and fight inflammation. Together, these vegetables are not magic pills, but they are some of the most powerful tools you can use to naturally improve your blood sugar and protect your long-term health. Now, here's my question for you. Which of these 4 vegetables do you already include in your meals? And which one are you most excited to try after watching this video? Let me know in the comments below. I read every one of them, and I'd love to hear your experience. And if this video helped you understand your food choices better, don't forget to leave a like to support our channel, subscribe so you don't miss our next video, And turn on the notification bell so you get updates on every new upload. We're here to help you take control of your health, one smart choice at a time. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video right here on Smart Sugar Life. That's huge for anyone dealing with insulin resistance. On top of that, Brussels sprouts are rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, and folate. These nutrients help reduce oxidative stress, support immune function,